Things on free college. Free college has been the most controversial topic in today's society with students and families. Some say it is too expensive to ones that truly want to go to college to better themselves and get a good career, especially with people still paying off their college tuition when they have been out of college for many years and already have careers in their profession. Wanting to become a teacher myself, there will be complications trying to pay off my student loans once I'm done with my college years. This issue for affordability of college education was a major center stage issue during the 2016 presidential season. Our previous President Barack Obama tried to move forward on making community college free to eligible students. Even though there hasn't been too much traction from that as of yet, the big supporter for free college tuition was Bernie Sanders. That set his platform for presidency on making public colleges tuition free, which brought him so far during his run for presidency, with many college students backing him up. Students that live in lower income families might reach graduation if there's tuition free college. Some, if not more, students drop out of college because they don't have the ability to pay for their tuition for the 4-year school. By making tuition free, this would eliminate this major factor for the student not graduating from college. This also would be improving the college's graduation rates. The fewer students would not feel the need to drop to part-time status or not go to school for financial reasons. The negative side of this is that money must come from somewhere. If America would change to tuition-free college policy, the money has to come from some part of all people. The answer for this situation would be to raise taxes, and every class in society will most likely be hit in some certain way with increased taxes. But if it does not come from people's taxes, it will come from something and somehow, which is not making many Americans comfortable. The debt from the tuition will no longer crush the younger generations of students to come. If the average American student can graduate with less than $10,000 in loans, they are definitely one of the lucky ones to be in that category. The average college student loan debt is about $37,000 to help them, but students from other countries have free tuition, have that luckiness in to be part of the low student loan debt. With their loans is mainly goes towards their living expenses and books for class. Without the student loan debt over their shoulder and on their mind, they could happily live their lives. For example, more graduated college students could buy a house instead of renting an apartment, or buy a new car, spend more money on healthier foods, or even travel more, which would sum up as those graduates contributing more to the local economy. Sadly, if it happens, the younger generations won't know how to handle their own personal finances. In college, it's all about learning experiences and how to become an adult for the future. The major experience is how to create a budget to spend and save money. College loans are most commonly the first big financial payment that graduates must work around. Having this loan helps with time management with paying and spending their money wisely on other items. This skill will further them into situations when it comes time for them as they buy a car or even a house. If college was free, even more people would want to go and advance their learning for a higher paying job. We would see a higher increase in the amount of enrollment to schools and their programs. This would create more educated people in the specific workforce that is necessary in everyday life. People in the lower income community would be able to achieve their high education that they dreamed of having. The downside to more people coming into colleges would be the enrollment numbers for just public schools. If it happens, the fees for the school would increase, such as more money would have to be given to the school from the state, or the university would have to create a wait list. The taxes the colleges would be receiving now would have to come from other state expenses, which would be, for an example, state projects like fixing roads and bridges or fighting the war on drugs in some parts of the state. But once these students graduate in their major, there will be an oversupply of them needed in their field of work, which would cause more aggressive competition to getting the job they wanted in their life. As a college student, I even learn from writing and learning about how everyday life works for a student. Yes, it would be extremely nice for free college education in my life, so later I can live it with no tuition debt. But on the other hand, I see how I can learn from spending my money wisely and that it could come back to haunt me when I'm an adult and having to pay some sort of tax to fund free college education.